Can you believe it? We made it to the end of the week, my man.
This is going to be a long day for me, man.
Why is that?
Oh, work's been horrible, dude. Freaking horrible. It's just so busy, man.
Well, I heard the TSA is going to get funded. Is that true?
We'll see, man. They say a lot of things, but I just feel bad for the guys that are out there working, man, for free right now. They got families to feed, you know? But yeah, people have been donating some time that's been really surprising. Like, you have companies that go out to the airports and they set up shop and they have like food trucks. And they give the TSA agents free lunch at least, you know?
Right.
While they're working hard and everything. But it's just a bad situation, man. Hopefully they get that, resolved.
It's funny how the Senate voted unanimously last night in the middle of the night to fund TSA the day that they're going on vacation.
Oh, of course. They always have, bro. They don't want to be working on their day off. Come on.
Sean Quintero already in the house saying Wemby
MVP.
Greg saying that it's the life that we chose.
And thank you guys, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate you. Texas Latina in the house. What's up, Lori? Thank you.
Sergio, what's going on, my man? Joe, the number of people who were watching this podcast in the middle of the night last night, I want to know who these people are, man. Well, that's great. I told Chica last night, I said, hey, we have a lot of people who watch in the middle of the night, and they're going to come through. I said, I bet you we're going to get 150 people who watch overnight, and they did. Yeah.
I changed the title, though. I updated the title and did some things, so hopefully that helped a little bit.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade. We rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, it's the life that we chose.
Good morning. Thank you for choosing the life with us. This is the Area 210 podcast powered by PF La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. We're rising together on a Friday. Joe, I'm excited, man, because we have broken through the ceiling. I'm using a term that I use in my financial world when we talk about stocks. Once you burst through the ceiling, you break through the ceiling, it doesn't get any lower than that, right?
Yeah.
The number of views that we're going to have this week on the Area 210 podcast on YouTube alone is going to be close to 2,500 views. You include the fact that we're on Kick, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. It's probably 3,500, maybe 4,000 for the week, which is amazing. We used to say, Joe, that we hope to hit a certain number. Wouldn't it be great to hit a certain number? Like, that's a good day. Our good days are now our bad days, Joe. That is fun to watch, man. So thank you so much for all the people who have been tuning in. Again, San Antonio Sports Talk goes dark around 10 a.m. in San Antonio. And thank you to those who watch in the middle of the night, man, because we see those numbers pile in the middle of the night, the 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. views. You guys working the late night shift. Thank you for being part of our family as well and leaving the comments on YouTube so that I can read when I wake up in the morning. Fantastic. The chat is open, powered by PF Chang's La Cantera. Joe, it's Friday, and we don't
give a damn. And you know what else we don't give about? Let me see if I can go ahead and put it on here.
I'll sing it.
I forgot
it's Friday, and I'm broke. My check better not be broke.
I was like, why is it on here?
Dude.
Oh, here it is. I got it now.
Oh, it's Friday, and I'm broke. My check better not be short.
Well, TSA's check's been broke for about a month or so, but have been short for about a month. But overnight, the Senate voted unanimously to give them their money, to finally pay them. It's now up to the House, but because it was unanimous, it's one of those things where it's probably veto-proof, so therefore, let's just get it done. They're going on vacation for Easter already, right? Why are they doing a 2-week vacation in the end of March, early part of April? Man, Congress should be at work. But the fact of the matter is that good morning to all the TSA agents out there. Those long lines are going to be a thing of the past pretty soon. So fantastic, Joe. We have a lot to get into.
We do. And I was going to show something that somebody had sent us, and I thought it was quite funny via the media share. Yeah. And this was anonymous. Somebody anonymously sent us this. If you're in the chat and you sent us this, let us know who you were, because I thought it was funny. And it was entitled, "If they were the CEO of Costco, this is what they would do immediately."
Yeah.
Me, if I ever became CEO of Costco. Look what it says, Mike. $1.50. Con huevo.
That is gross, man. I don't know
Ugh.
how you guys do it, man. I'm not saying that I didn't do that growing up, but I didn't do it willingly,
Come
or I did not
on,
enjoy
Mike.
it. Texas Latina reaches out and says she rewatched the show while at work, and we have some people who do say
Yeah.
that. Our good friend Sam Salinas, he was always in the chat, says that when he can't do it at work, and he can't have one ear pod in, he will watch it later on. That's just the way that we roll, man. It's a good time. It's a good show.
Sean,
It's
look what he
pretty,
said.
it's pretty evergreen, man.
Sean says, just send that check payment, Joe. That check ain't broke. Thank you, Sean.
Well, here's the thing, man. We have a lot to get into today because the politicking is working for the Spurs right now. Because whether you like it or not, Wemby, the way that he's answering reporter questions, again, he's not bringing it up, is politicking for that MVP award. And we saw Stephen A. Smith earlier this week go, my God, he's bringing up great points. Yeah, he now has my vote. And Draymond Green going, no crap, that defense is 50% of the vote. Well, now NBA.com this morning released their NBA MVP ladder, right? Their rankings of who they think should be the MVP. And where is Victor Wembanyama, Joe? Number one.
Number one. Numero uno.
So
And this is
then,
per what? Per what? The NBA, right?
The NBA.com, their official website.
It's the Kia MVP ladder. Now they have Victor Wembanyama named number one.
Yeah.
Number one. Wow.
And number two, they have Shay Gilgeous-Alexander. And number three, Luka Doncic. So here's the thing, Joe. Or Nikola Jokic at three. They moved Jokic to three, and then Doncic to four, Jaylen Brown to five. The thing about this, Joe, is that that's just one columnist opinion. Okay, it's not the official NBA belief. It's the one person who writes for the NBA.com that does this rankings all the time. They have Wemby moving up from 3 to 1, and it coincides with him politicking for it, answering the questions, and the debate that's been swirling all over ESPN, FS1, and Sports Talk Radio all week long. So I went on to the gambling sites because, come on, man, really, what do the gamblers have to say about this? Went to BetMGM.com. Went to BetMGM.com. So go to BetMGM. Like, if you want to Google BetMGM NBA MVP, it'll pop up.
Okay.
It still has Shay Gilgeous-Alexander as number one. But Wemby is closing in at number two. Remember, just a week ago, Joe, we talked about the fact that he went from 20 to 1 odds to be the MVP to 33 to 1 because all of a sudden everyone was betting on Luka Doncic to now today 5 to 1 odds. Those are old odds, Joe. Those are from last week.
Are they?
Right now, Wemby on BetMGM, on FanDuel, and DraftKings is between 5 to 5.5 to 1 odds to win the MVP. That is closing in. And then you have SGA who was minus 1,000, now down to minus 600, which means he's coming closer and closer. They're getting closer and closer together, Joe. On top of that, went on MGM.com, BetMGM, went on FanDuel, went on DraftKings, and guess what? 6 man of the year, all three of them
What they
say that the leader is now Keldon Johnson. So can you imagine, Joe, if we have the MVP and the 6 man of the year? Mitch Johnson is in the running right now for what? Coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
Right now has the second or third best odds, depending on the site that you go on. And then you look back at executive of the year. That's one that we haven't talked about. Brian Wright could be in the running for executive of the year. And on top of that, Steph Castle could make an all-NBA defensive team. And a lot of this has to do with the politicking involved because it all starts from the top. Wendy starts politicking for the MVP. Again, he didn't bring it up, but he wasn't afraid to answer. And now we're taking a look at this team going, my God, they were a 30-some-odd win team last year. They're going to be a 60-win team this year. My God, this team is deep. 8 players averaging double digits in points. I think what ended up happening when Wemby hit the reset button on everything was it made everyone pay attention. And like that song, Stop and Stare. They were looking at the Spurs going, wait a minute. Let's evaluate this from what it is. We knew Wemby was going to be generational, but it was going to take time. They're looking at the Spurs going, maybe they do deserve their flowers, which is fun to see and nice to see, Joe.
It is very nice to see, especially, that it's been so long since the Spurs have been talked about so much by the local media. And it's all because not only of Victor Wembanyama, but you have the other players that are starting to really shine. Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, right? Get
Mhm.
Carter Bryant in highlights. And not only that, but it's also amazing to see the growth of one Keldon Johnson, right? He
Mhm.
went from just a bull in the china shop, right? Getting fouled, trying to go ahead and make dumb moves with the ball, he's turning it over. And now that they kind of moved him and they told him, hey, this is going to be your role. We're going to bring you off the bench and you're going to be leading that second unit. It
Yeah.
seems like he's just found his niche. And look at what it's done. It's paid dividends to his game. He doesn't have to do too much now. He just goes out there and does what he does well, and he's just showing that he's going to be that possibly that sixth man of the year. He's in the running for it, and I believe that he's actually going to win because he's done an amazing job this season.
He has. And the person that he's above in the odds right now is Jaime Jaquez of the Miami Heat. Jaquez averages more points, more minutes, and more rebounds, but it doesn't necessarily translate into more wins. And that's the thing. Nas Reed was also somebody who was in the running and was leading up until recently, but he has fallen off the face of the earth when it comes to the odds as well. Part of that is because he's had some injuries the past couple of games. But Wemby at MVP, Keldon at sixth man of the year. I'm interested in seeing if Steph Castle gets the honor of being an All NBA defensive player because you have a lot of people who play guard who are in that running. The two of them play for Oklahoma City, Caruso and Dort. Three if you
Yeah.
had SGA. Then you have Jalen Brown. You have other defensive stoppers along the way that specialize in defense more than offense. But Castle needs to be considered for that, at least the second team at the very least. Wemby most definitely gets to 65 games, is going to
Yeah.
be the guy that gets Defensive Player of the Year. He just got to play 65 games or 64 plus the Emirates Cup final. So that he can miss, what, 2 more games down the
Yeah.
stretch?
2 more games.
Cade Cunningham is out of the running because of his collapsed lung. He was in line to be All NBA, possibly even a candidate for the MVP award, but he had a collapsed lung after hitting the floor a couple weeks ago, and now he's out. And his camp is
Yeah.
pissed off. Kawhi Leonard's camp is pissed off that Kawhi is not going to be considered for awards because he's not going to get to 65 either. So Kawhi, who never says anything, is coming out saying, it kind of sucks. I would have only qualified for 1 award out of 9
Yeah.
years. But I have a special part of my heart going to Keldon Johnson. Keldon is one of the most tenured Spurs out there, along with Devin Vassell. Has never played in a playoff game. He's going to play in his first one a month from now.
Yeah.
This is somebody who led the team in scoring when we were bad, and as you mentioned, Joe, humbled himself and
Yeah.
assumed that six man role that Manu Ginobili humbled himself for back in the day. But Keldon has always been that trade piece, man, because he's always been that guy who's like, hey, his contract is actually decreasing in value from 20 million down to 19 to 17. We talked the other day whether or not Champagnie at 3 million is the best bargain that the Spurs have. I think maybe Keldon at 17 is that guy. And my question for the Spurs right now is we have to enjoy this moment because this team is intact in a certain way, and we have something coming down the bend in a couple of years, Joe.
Yeah.
Which is the expansion draft, where we're going to have to let some of our players potentially go. I saw a mock draft, Joe, of the 2028 expansion draft, and they had the 4th player taken being Julian Champagnie.
Okay.
You can only take one player from a team, and they said that the most attractive player to be taken from the Spurs in the expansion draft in 2 years is Julian Champagnie. Found that to be interesting. But Keldon having that soft spot in my heart, I mean, he gets 6th man of the year,
Yeah.
wins the chip with the Spurs. That number 3 is going up in the rafters, right? I mean, or is it going to be 0? What number are we going to put up in the
Oh, my
rafters for Keldon,
God.
right? I mean, look at that. We have Johnny Moore up there. We have Avery Johnson. We have Bruce Bowen. We have all these other players up there that maybe wouldn't have been there for any other team. Keldon was never an all-star, but
It's true.
neither was Bruce Bowen.
Neither was Avery Johnson.
Right. And Keldon is moving up the rankings of all-time points scored, all-time three-pointers made, all-time this, that, and the other. He's kind of the step above Patty Mills.
Yeah.
Caps 210 saying Kawhi needs to be retired first. That was my old take until we found out he was taking money under the table from that tree company there in LA.
Tree man get paid.
Yeah. SR 2001. Put that comment back up.
There it is.
I like it. I like this comment. It says, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted KJ and Vassell gone. Just glad he got his crap together, and Vassell to an extent.
Well, the thing was consistency, right, with Vassell, because we
Right.
could see little flashes here and there, but he never put everything together and was consistent with it. And now this season, he's become more consistent, and I dare say he's been the glue of the team, Mike.
Yeah.
When he's out there, the team looks a lot better than versus without him. Same thing happens with Wemby, right? There's like two instrumental pieces that the Spurs need on the court to make the team really good, and it's going to be Victor Wembanyama and Devin Vassell, plus everybody else. It's just a well-oiled machine when you have everybody healthy, Mike. And that's the key factor, health. We need them healthy going in the postseason.
And the Spurs have been resting some of their players along the way. We had De'Aaron Fox and Luke Cornett sit out a game. We had Dylan Harper sit out a couple of games. Whether they were true injuries or not, we're resting them. We're making sure they're going to be available while still going for that 1 seed. I'm looking at Keldon's stats. This is a Mitch Johnson thing right here. Look at the last 10 games that he's played.
Yeah.
The fewest minutes he has played in the last 10 games is 20. The most is 26. He knows what he's going to get. He goes into every game with the mindset of, and this is Mitch Johnson's work right here, I know what my role is going to be the Vinnie Johnson microwave. I know bull in the china shop, play a little bit of defense, grab some boards, and go at it. Last 3 games, 24 points against Indiana, 21 against Miami, and he had 15 in the most recent game. He knows what he's going to be getting, now averaging 13 points on the season, shooting 53% from the field and 37.6 from 3. That's good, Joe, when you're a 37.6% three-point shooter. In fact, that is the second best clip he's ever had as a Spur. The best shooting season he ever had as a Spur from 3 was back in 2022. But 37.6 ain't that bad. And Keldon going out there, we need to understand that this team's not always going to be intact the way that it is right now. At some point, the Spurs have to do something with the salary cap because, they're going to have to extend Wemby. They're going to have to extend Castle. And I'm looking right now at the Spurs salary cap. Here are the free agents this year. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but this is the point I'm trying to make is you got to strike while the iron's hot, right? The fire's hot. Harrison Barnes is a free agent this year. Kelly Olynyk, that's $31 million right there. McLaughlin, Lindy Waters, Bismack Biyombo, Mason Plumlee, all free agents this year. And then Champagnie is on a team deal. He's up for an extension. Next year, that's 20. The following year, Keldon. So Keldon's entering his final season next year with the Spurs. Champagnie entering his final season with the Spurs. And then Wemby will be extended at that point. So we've got Keldon for 1 more year at least. Keldon Johnson just 26 years old. It's just interesting, man. The whole point I'm trying to make is Mario Cavazos, is Keldon Johnson our best post player?
Maybe. He might be.
That's a good question. Keldon is our mini Charles Barkley. I mean,
the undersized Barkley.
An undersized Barkley. Barkley was undersized to begin with. He's an undersized Barkley. Cap saying KJ will take a pay cut. He already has. His salary has been getting lower every year that goes by. Everyone else's paycheck gets higher. His gets lower. He went from
How many
20
more?
to 40 million.
How many more years do we have him for, Mike? Is it 1 or 2 more seasons?
1 more season after this.
Okay.
So then at that point, what do you do? Who do you keep? Because at some point you got to let somebody go. Keldon Johnson is making $17.5 million a year as 6th man of the year potentially. Devin Vassell has 2 more seasons with the Spurs. De'Aaron Fox has 2 more seasons with the Spurs. Actually, no, take it back. Vassell has 3 more seasons. Fox has 4 more seasons with the Spurs.
Yeah.
I look at the Spurs and I see De'Aaron Fox making $53 million in the year 2028 and making $61 million in the year 2030. And I'm thinking to myself, that's going to be the one salary the Spurs fans are not going to like at some point. But for right now, he's worth it.
You know what they're not going to like? They're not going to like the money that Wemby is going to garner, especially if he wins MVP, Mike. If he wins MVP, he has $51 million reasons to want to win MVP.
Yeah, it goes from 250 to 300 essentially, rounded down.
Yeah.
When it comes to what the value of that supermax, he can get it by getting Defensive Player of the Year.
He can. I mean, he's going to get bonuses. It's in the contract, right? That you get an X amount of money if you get awards and whatnot. Even if you get into the postseason, every team that gets into the postseason gets some type of a bonus. And
Mhm.
every round that you get to, you get even more money. You go to the second round, third round, Western Conference Finals, you're getting paid. You're getting extra money in that paycheck, which is a good thing. It's motivation to want to go ahead and move on.
And this is where the salary cap works, Joe. And I'm going to address Jordan Schneider's question about the 15 to 20 million for Julian Champagny, and Plethora Benyata's asking about the expansion draft. So let's hold those questions there for a second.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday we were talking about baseball for a quick minute there, and I said I didn't really care about baseball because the salary cap is non-existent. There is none, and therefore the Dodgers can outpay everybody, outspend everybody. What is Wemby's true value? Like if the highest paid NBA player is making $60 million a year, if there was no salary cap and Wemby was a free agent, there would be some team out there paying him $200 million a year.
Oh, definitely.
Like if you said, "Hey, Lakers, there's no salary cap, Wemby is available," highest bidder, $200 million, $100 million easily every year for the rest of his career. LeBron's the same way. LeBron has been somebody who's been underpaid by the teams because of the salary cap, but it makes the league competitive.
Yeah.
The NBA is the only major professional system in the United States that allows small markets to thrive. Oklahoma City, San Antonio can win chip after chip after chip and retain our players because the salary cap is designed to not only pay them and keep them, but to retain them after that contract. Because again, if he wants a supermax, the only team that can offer the supermax is what team? The Spurs.
Spurs, yeah.
He can get a max contract everywhere else, but if he wants to be with the Spurs, it's a supermax. And not only that, at the end of his 4-year deal, which is the end of next season, guess who's the only team that can sign him? The Spurs.
Los Spurs.
So when you have somebody picked in the first round, it's essentially for 8 years.
But wouldn't that be looked upon too? Not only is Wemby this player that's going to be probably the next face of the NBA, right? He's being set up for that, right? And the way he talks with the media, everybody oohing and eyeing. When you go to the other arenas, Mike, and you see the other fans and how they react to Wemby doing what he does out there on the court, he's a big draw, right? He's good for business. So as the San Antonio Spurs organization looks at it, paying him a supermax contract, how much value does he add to your team?
The value of the organization. Think about the company that sold. There was like a 15% stake of the Spurs that got sold off before the NBA draft, the lottery that Wemby got. That was one of the dumbest mistakes they ever had because they sold off part of the Spurs when they were a losing team, and then 3 weeks later the Spurs win the lottery and
get that number one pick.
Get the number one pick. So someone's asking the question about the salary of Ohtani compared to like Wemby. Ohtani, is the most popular baseball player out there. No different than Wemby. Whenever you go to a game, you're going to see him. He's making $70 million a year.
Yeah,
10 years, $700 million contract, $70 million a year, and that's still underpaying him. Ohtani's going to be underpaid when it's all said and done. Mikey Mendes saying NBA contracts are too high, but they're in a partnership with the NBA. They get 50% of the pie, right? So whenever the TV rights go up, salaries go up along with it, man. They're true partners with it all. That's why you don't really see a lot of NBA work stoppages. I know there was one like 15 years ago, but you very rarely see it in the NBA because they're a true partnership 50-50. Baseball's not that way. The NFL's not that way. Oh, by the way, props. We never said this last week, by the way. The WNBA is not gonna have a work stoppage anymore because they're gonna be paying their minimum salary going to be $300,000. Joe, it's gone from $70,000 to $300,000. So good for the WNBA, man. They deserve that. So asking the question, what is Champagne's next deal worth if they do extend him?
Ooh.
What is somebody who shoots 38, 39% from three worth, who can play who could rebound from time to time, is a decent defender? What is that worth? And does
He's
he take a hometown discount, if you will, to keep
no,
playing with
man.
Wemby? You think he wants
Absolutely
to go play
not.
with the Wizards?
No, but I'm saying at the end of the day, Mike, he's been, I guess, the most underpaid player right here on the Spurs. And they've asked him to do a lot of things, right? You've looked at Julian Champagnie evolve, right? His game has evolved. He's worked his way into the starting lineup, and he's been an instrumental piece to help with their 3-point shooting to address that. And he's worked hard, and everybody has nothing but good things to say about him. He's an instrumental piece to this Spurs team.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go out there and offer him something like, oh, you're getting paid 3, maybe you're worth 9, maybe you're
Right.
worth 12. I mean, at this point, just pay the man. You want to keep him happy. Pay the man, keep him here. I know you have to go ahead and you're going to have to spend money. This is the thing that Spurs fans have to realize, Mike. With the team getting better, right? And you have these players that are rising to the occasion, and you're seeing them ahead of the curve. That's going to cost money. And at the end of the day, the Spurs have been noted as one of the teams that flies under the salary cap. They don't get into that second or third apron, right? Have to pay the luxury tax.
They're gonna
Those
have
days
to
are gone.
Yeah.
Those days are gone, Mike. They're going to have to go ahead and pay to keep these players if they're going to want to go ahead and contend for the future. If they go ahead and let players walk because they don't want to pay, they're gonna regret the decision.
So I agree with you, Joe, because you have too many good players.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to go into the first or second or third apron to retain, I don't know, Lonnie Walker, to retain Jeremy Sohan, to retain somebody like that, right?
They were not going to pay Sohan, dude. They were going to let him walk anyway.
Right. But what I'm saying is that the talent level did not justify ever going into the apron, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at like Castle, to retain Castle, what are you going to do? Let him walk? No. You got to keep him. Dylan Harper, you going to let him walk? No. Yeah. The Spurs have too much talent that they cannot be replaceable. You can't replace Wemby on this team. And only a handful of people can do what Steph Castle does. And only about maybe 10 people can do what De'Aaron Fox does. So you want to retain them, you got to pay them. And then you're going to have to venture off into the luxury tax type of situation. I'm looking at AI, talking about the NBA Supermax eligibility.
Yeah.
It says it allows elite players with 7 to 9 years of service to sign contracts up to 35% of the salary cap. Players qualify by achieving specific accolades, making an all-NBA team. Any team could be first, second, or third. In the most recent season, or 2 of the last 3, winning Defensive Player of the Year in the most recent season, or 2 of the last 3, or winning the MVP in the last 3. So MVP gets him to it. He would need to win Defensive Player of the Year next year to qualify for it as well. I think that's kind of shady because if you're Defensive Player of the Year, you're Defensive Player of the Year. An injury is going to circumvent him from making that. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander also deserves the MVP award. He's the best player on what has been the best team this year because they started out 23-1, right? They had that lull in January, early February. They've come roaring back and have held off the Spurs. SGA has scored 20 points per game in every game this season.
Yeah, he's in that Will Chamberlain conversation now as he's played. He scored the most 20-point games now in NBA history in a row. Right, he's in that Will Chamberlain talk now. I think he's even surpassed him.
It's amazing. I mean, it's historic. But then again, I keep on hearing all these talking heads on ESPN saying that, there's not that much of a drop off in defense. He's an elite defender in SGA. SGA is not an elite defender, dude. He doesn't guard Cade. He doesn't guard Castle. He doesn't guard Fox.
No.
He doesn't guard Luka. He guards the third, or he guards the afterthought. If he was playing against the 2014 Spurs or the 2007 Spurs, he'd be guarding Bruce Bowen.
What he guards out there, Mike, is a square. He just plays zone defense.
Yeah.
If you're within this square, I will guard you. If you're outside of the square, you're gone. I'm not working. I'm not doing that.
Now, Will Van Beckham comes out and says on our chat, Power by PF Chen Sacantera, saying, don't forget about Connor Bryant. he has shown flashes, Joe. There is a pulse there. There's a strong pulse there.
Yeah.
Defensively, he has high basketball IQ defensively. Offensively, his three-point shooting's getting respectable
Yeah.
over the past couple of months. It's funny because defensively, his basketball IQ level on a scale of 1 through 10 is a 10. Offensively, his IQ level is like a 4, a 3. But he has talent offensively, which we always refer to him as being the replacement for number 10, who got let go earlier this season before the trade deadline. Number 10 had a defensive IQ of like a 7. Had an IQ offensively of like a 3, but he had no skills to go with it. There was nothing to marinate there. There was nothing in the pan to kind of like cook, you know? There was no talent there on the offensive side of the ball when it came to number 10. But Carter Bryant does have some offensive skill set. The game has not slowed down for him enough offensively. He's not Dylan Harper, because Dylan Harper, my goodness, Joe, you go to any NBA arena, whether I go to Dallas, I've gone to Houston, I've gone to Miami to watch the Spurs this year. The fans in the stands, when they're looking at the team, number 1, they're looking at Wemby. But number 2, the most impressed that they are is of Dylan Harper. They look at Dylan Harper and they go, how did he do that? Like, how is it so effortless that he gets into the lane? Do you notice that he does a lot of plays where he camps out at the free throw line with his back to the basket?
Yeah.
They toss the ball right there. And then they just let him freelance. What are you going to do? You know, you're going to drive it in, or you're going to kick it out, or you're going to pop it back out? What are you going to do? Yeah. I don't remember the Spurs ever having Tony Parker doing that. I don't remember the Spurs ever having Avery Johnson at the free throw line calling for the ball and running the offense from 15 feet away from the basket. I have never seen anything like that, and they do that to him repeatedly. It's bizarre. Because it's not like he has the length of DeJounte Murray from back in the day. It's just bizarre.
Look at what Caps 210 is saying. He says the reverse layup by Dylan was crazy.
Yeah.
The kid's got hops, man.
But he's got hops, but the hops are so like it's almost like because you see Castle and you see Carter Bryant and Wemby do their thing, it's almost like you don't recognize how athletically talented Dylan Harper is, because Dylan's more subtle. He's not Kyle Anderson slow.
He's sneaky athletic, Mike.
If he was playing for any other team, he'd be like, oh my God, look at his athleticism. But because he is surrounded by these 3 other athletic marvels, he becomes sneaky athletic on this team. That's a very good way of putting it.
Oh, my Miguelito. But, you know, there was a question here in the chat, and this is by Mario Cavazos. He's asking, so is it true that the playoffs in the sections, the 200 sections, which are the nosebleed, the upper bowl, tickets are running at $250 a piece? And he's talking about the playoffs. And I warned you guys. I told you guys yesterday, a little birdie had told me, you know, that over when the tickets become available to the public, I think it's April 2nd. When you see that pricing chart, the pricing chart came out for like season ticket members. It's going to be a sticker shock when you see what you're going to have to pay just to go and see a Spurs game here at home for the first round. Now, mind you, every round that they go into, the ticket prices are going to skyrocket. So right now is the cheapest that you're going to pay to go and see the Spurs finally, you know, back into the playoffs. It's going to be anywhere from $200 to $250 just for the nosebleed section. And those are going to be like in the sections in the corners, way in the back. Like if you want to sit somewhere decent and you want to sit further up, you know, in the upper bowl, that's going to cost you like $350 to $400. Now, if you're getting into the lower bowl, expect to pay between $650 all the way up to $1,000 just for decent seats in the lower bowl. I mean, if you go even lower than that, you're talking in the thousands of dollars now. It's going to be outrageous, Mike, what Spurs fans are going to have to pay. And it's just, what do you call it? Ticketmaster has a special pricing. What do they say? Depending on demand, their ticket prices are going to go ahead and reflect that, right? So they know that this is going to be a hot ticket because of what? Victor Wembanyama. That's the price that you pay to have a superstar, Mike, right? That's what you're saying?
It is, man. And
the price of Wemby, to see Wemby.
Myra reaches out to us and says, those are for the poors, you know. So, yeah, Padres going to come out. That priest is going to come out and say, this is why we don't need a new arena. No. It's supply and demand, man. I mean, it's capitalism at its finest. It really is.
Oh, yeah, look at it. I forgot about this. I got to address this. So Tex-Mex Frank says, Joe's birthday this weekend. My birthday, if y'all want to send me some super chats for my birthday, birthday officially is tomorrow. Friday. Yeah, so officially my birthday is tomorrow. So y'all want to send me super chats for my birthday, I'm open to it. I'm not going to beg, but I'm open.
Joe, I celebrated my birthday week. You've been celebrating a birthday month, Joe. You've been going at it for 3 weeks.
I'm a birthday diva, dude. I like to celebrate.
Birthday diva.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. And that's what my kids say. They go, man, you're a birthday diva, Dad. I said, I like celebrating my birthday the whole month.
That's right.
I'll go out there and have fun, hang out with friends, you know, do a little drinking, you know, have fun.
Mario Cavazza says, how are all those crazy Hispanics going to afford the playoff tickets? Well, they need to make more money and call Mike Jimenez. And thank you for the segue. Give me a call at 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. I met a guy this past week, and I'm working on his retirement planning today, that went to a financial guy and opened up all of these accounts and doesn't know how they all connect. So he's not even my client yet. He's somebody else's client. And that other advisor, I'm not saying screwed him over, but I don't think was looking out in his best interest. And now I'm having to untangle this web of financial strategies that all are put together that another advisor did. And I'm deconstructing it so that he could become my client over the next 5 years, starting this year. But it's funny because some people work with financial advisors already, and then they don't know what they're doing with it. And they come to me for a second opinion. Was this the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do? Let me know, and I'm just straight up with them. Give me a call, 210-508-0369. You need life insurance, 210-508-0369. You need disability insurance, 210-508-0369. And I have a guy, by the way, my friend Brandon, who is a stellar health insurance guy. We work together. I had a doctor and his wife spending $2,000 a month in health insurance because they're self-employed, right? Got them down to like $800, and the coverage is better. There's ways to do it, man. 210-508-0369. We have a super chat coming on in from Matt Lerma. Money talks, baby.
Here comes the money.
Says, have a Lone Star Light from me, brother. On me, brother. Oh, in a Matt Lerma voice. Okay. He wants a he paid for it.
All right, here we go. He says, have a Lone Star Light on me, brother. I told Matt that the Matt Lerma voice is copyrighted. So I own that. I own that.
Joe, do you do any other voices? Like, for example,
no.
Do you do a, I mean, who else have we had on the show? Like, do a Michael Jimenez voice. Is there a Michael Jimenez voice?
Not really. You just say, very nice. That's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And then, if someone had a drinking game where I say the word Joe, the name Joe, you're gonna be drunk by 10 minutes into it. $10 super chat coming in from Sean Quintero from PF Chang's La Cantera.
Here comes the money.
Sean Quintero, thank you, man. Appreciate it. For the birthday diva.
For the birthday diva, where's your crown, Joe? It's
Mike
right
stole it.
It's
Mike
right
stole
here.
it from me. That son of a bitch stole it. I left it in his truck one time, and he's like, I took the crown. I was like, what?
First of all, you didn't leave it in the truck. You got wasted and left it in the truck.
Yeah, I left it in the truck, and I was like, oh, Mike's like, oh, I'll bring it back to you. I'll bring it back to you. And he's like, I kept the crown. I was like, damn, Mike.
Here comes the money.
And Mario Cavazos,
Super
thank
chat
you for
from-
the $4.99 super chat.
Says old man Grito for Joe's birthday weekend.
There we
He
go. We
wants
gotta
the
play
old
the
man
game.
Grito, the Market Square one, baby.
Yeah, we'll play that one.
Presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor.
That
There you
old
go.
man's been through some stuff, man. That's straight from the heart, baby. That's just straight from
And
the heart.
we got another incoming super chat.
Here comes the money.
And this one's from Tex-Mex Frank. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. And he says, old crazy Hispanic man who looks at you texting because he can. Birthday grito for Joe. So we're gonna play this one. It wasn't specific, so we're gonna play the other grito. And that's the one that you like with the dog barking.
I do.
¡Viva México, cabrones!
That little dog in the background.
Oh my God. We got another super chat incoming here. Let me go ahead and put it on here.
Let the money flow in.
Let the money flow
Here
in.
comes the money.
Thank you, Myra. Appreciate it. The $9.99 super chat from Myra. She says, we don't relate to the poors. Happy birthday, Joe. She's killing me with that, man. It's
She
like, you know,
understands.
when you hang out with people, right, long enough, and you hang out with your friends and whatnot, they start picking up some of your lingo, right? So now she's picked up some of my lingo, and she's like, that's for the poors, or that's for the peasants. The same way that Chica says it, Mike. It's funny because I started saying it, and Chica's like, we're not sitting with the peasants, Mike. And we got
One last
another
one
super
coming in.
chat.
Super chat coming in from Cuts by Jones.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Cuts by Jones. Appreciate you.
So everyone have a
$4.99.
badass weekend. He says, "Be good and be safe." Thank you so much, Cuts.
Thank you, man.
Fantastic. Chica and I are going to be going. We're going to have a weekend experience over here, date night, if you will, because we haven't been home in a while, and we're going to go to the gun range and we're going to go fire off some guns. We're going to go bowling this weekend, and I want to take her to the batting cages. I want to see her crank that crap over the fence, dude.
And what are you gonna be like that one meme where they have that
We'll be
guy
hot and
behind the tree?
bothered.
The guy behind the tree where he's like,
What was that ESPN? Chicks like to love the long ball. I would be like, I'm gonna be all
God. Or like that one banner, was it from Dodgeball? Go balls deep. Remember that? Dodgeball was such a good movie, dude. It's so funny, man.
Yeah. What was that line about that strategy being weird? You know, interesting strategy. Let's see if it works for them. Whatever that phrase was. By the way, so interesting strategies. By the way, Caleb Williams of Chicago Bears trying to go around George Gervin. Did you see that story on ESPN.com, Joe?
No.
George Gervin. The headline on ESPN.com: George Gervin irked by Caleb Williams's filing to trademark the word Iceman. Made the front page of ESPN.com last night. It says Chicago Bears quarterback Caleb Williams' attempt to trademark the moniker Iceman is facing scrutiny from a legendary NBA player who shares the same nickname. Gervin, the Hall of Famer and four-time NBA scoring champion, told ESPN that, quote, he was caught off guard when he learned that Williams had attempted to trademark the name Iceman, the nickname that Williams earned during the 2025 season for late game performances that eliminated the Bears and when they made the playoffs for the first time in 15 years. So anyway, okay, first of all, Caleb Williams, my man. When we think of the word Iceman in the United States, there's two people who come to mind. George the Iceman Gervin, number 44 for the Spurs, and Val Kilmer in Top Gun.
I knew you were gonna say that, dude. I'm like, the one movie you watched as a kid. It's like, come on, Mike. I never watched movies as a kid. Shut up, bro.
Dude, I worked at a Radio Shack for a few months, man. Top Gun was the only thing that they had on. But Val Kilmer's Iceman, George Gervin's Iceman, both were from the 80s, the mid-80s, right?
Yeah.
You cannot trademark the name Iceman because why? You got that nickname over the summer? Over the winter one year? Come on, man.
Hey, we do have another incoming super chat.
Here comes the money.
And this one's from Jonathan Perez. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. He says, happy birthday, Joe. Hope you have a good one. Appreciate all you do for the pod. You, the GOAT. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Hey, Joe, whatever happened to all my super chats for my birthday?
Oh, we got to go ahead and get the payout already. And when we get the payout, I'm going to
I owe
send you yours.
I think I owe you money. Let's just go ahead and keep you
Oh,
apply
God.
it to my tab.
Jeez, I don't know how much you got. We have to total that one up from that one episode. I think it was last week.
Yeah, I think it was like 70.
We'll see.
So it all goes in there. But man, for George Gervin to come out, how dare you do that to George Gervin? Like how unaware that he is in professional sports, because not only is Gervin a Spurs legend, he's an NBA legend. He's an iconic NBA legend to go along with the likes of Dr. J and
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, because back in the day, they would do advertisements. Remember when I said that the Spurs had never had a superstar? If there was a number 2 superstar behind Wemby, it's George Gervin, not Tim, Tony, and
Yeah.
Manu. It's George Gervin, because George Gervin had the flair, had the style, had the finger roll,
Yeah.
would do advertising with Magic, would do advertising with Dr. J. I mean, he was the closest thing to a superstar we had before Wemby. But the NBA was not as big back in the early 80s as it is today. It was still on tape delay up until the 83, 84. So I think that Caleb Williams trying to trademark that name Iceman is complete. It just reeks of somebody who doesn't understand history. That's what it is.
And we also have somebody coming in here and saying hi here. So want to say hi to Miss Noriega, Jennifer Noriega. Hi,
Jen.
Jen. How's it going? That's a wife of our good friend Alex Noriega.
Mm-hmm. Good
Look
people.
at Myra says, not Mike getting jealous. Laugh out loud.
We have another
Super
super chat
chats
coming
are
in.
in. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this one.
Here comes
You can
the
read this one,
money.
Joe.
All right, this one's $9.99 incoming super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sam Salinas. He says, Joe is legendary. He doesn't have a birthday. He has a birth month. He goes, when the hell is your actual birthday anyway? Happy birthday anyway, brother. Old fashions on me, Miguelito. Ole, ole, ole.
Oh, he wants the ole, ole, ole. Okay.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get that one for him. But my actual birthday is going to be tomorrow. So it's funny, though, because my niece and me almost share a birthday. Her birthday is actually today. So happy birthday to my niece, Athena. And then tomorrow is my birthday. So here we go. I'll play the ole, ole.
Ole, 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 ole. You're stupid. What am I wearing in that thing, Joe? I mean, how did you
You're wearing some ethnic gear is what you're
That's
wearing.
what I'm saying. That was pretty ethnic back there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And
Very
thank
nice.
you all for the super chats. I do appreciate it, man.
I'm tallying them up. I mean, that's 10, that's 15, that's 20, that's 30, 35, 40, 50, 55. Joe, you're only $15 away from matching me. I mean,
Only $15.
you know, who do you love more, me or Joe? Obviously, as of right now, 70 to 55
Oh,
shows
my
that people
God.
love me more.
Mike, come on. I say,
Joe.
Myra, drop another 20.
Joe, you know how what's that old saying that they have when it comes to like Mexican families, which is like what's it called? I want to go to McDonald's. You know,
Yeah.
there's McDonald's and there's McDonald's at the house. How does that go, Joe? How does that phrase go? I did it right yesterday. But you know how we have a big affinity for PF Chang's La Cantera, right?
Yeah.
They are one of our sponsors. They do a fantastic job. But we are supported by the one in San Antonio at the PF Chang's at the La Cantera location. I did not have the opportunity to be in San Antonio yesterday, but we wanted PF Chang's. So guess what Sheik and I did? We made it at home. I put it on the super chat, Joe. We found online a PF Chang's recipe or an alleged recipe. I don't know if it's true or not. And we tried to make it at home last night, Joe.
Oh, God.
So
let me
this is
see.
our rendition of. So please forgive the HEB paper plates, right? But Chica and I cooked this together last night as a romantic way of
Let's
being
see.
together and spending some time together. Yeah. See, how did I do, Joe? That's the pork. I made that.
Okay. Let's see this. A lettuce wrap.
They're delicious, by the way.
They are delicious. And you made some
It-
type of, what is that?
Those are the egg rolls.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that doesn't look bad.
I mean, that was us. That was date night for us last night. Was trying to perfect a PF Chang's. It didn't taste like PF. I mean, PF Chang's is better,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But let's give some love to the iconic, the original, the real. Like, we're the Caleb Williams of PF Chang.
Yeah.
The Iceman George Gervin is P.F. Chang's La Cantera. Let's give some love to P.F. Chang's La Cantera.
P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
Try the lychee martini. Try the lychee martini. Chica bought the ingredients for a lychee martini for us to make at home. But if you're out and about and you're at the P.F. Chang's location at La Cantera, try the lychee martini. It tastes delicious, and then you have that fruit at the very end. Highly recommend that. Chica also likes the lemon drop martini. I enjoyed the mule. Next time I'm going to try the Long Island. Again, craft cocktails, $8.99 all day, every day for a limited time. Don't forget also Wednesdays half off bottles of champagne and wine over at P.F. Chang's La Cantera. If you're thinking about going to the one on 281 in Bassey, turn back around, get back on 410, go up I-10, go to the one at P.F. Chang's La Cantera. They're the ones who sponsor us, man.
And make sure you go and see Sean Quintero. If you go over there, let Sean Quintero know that you're there and that the Area 210 sent you. And Myra says that she likes going to the one in the Woodlands.
The Woodlands.
Yeah. Because she's over in Houston with you, Mike.
Yeah, she's on my side of town. Tell your analysis with a $5 super chat coming on in. You're now 10 behind, Joe. They still love me more.
Behind.
10 behind with 34 minutes of show.
Here comes the money.
Tony says, happy birthday, Joe. Get one Taco Palenque taco on me. Thank you for signing the form. And never compare Spurs to Cowboys ever.
Ever.
65. You now have $60 in super chats. You've now tied me, Joe. You have now tied by $70. We are now equally loved on this show.
Equally loved.
Jason Garcia. I was going to say Garrett for some reason. Jason Garcia says, to Joe Stradamus, happy birthday. Congratulations on another successful trip around the sun. And happy anniversary to your 21st birthday. Here's for a round of Bud Lights and White Claws for Joe.
No, thank you for the White Claw and the Bud Light. And he knows I don't like that. So my go-to or our go-to in the group here, me, you, Alex, and Sean, Greg, we all like drinking Lone Star Light. There's something about it, man. We just like the Lone Star Light, dude.
It depends on where you're at, Joe. I'm glad that you brought that up because, like, my normal drink has evolved, right? When I first started drinking beer, I started drinking a lot of Shiner Bock, right? That was my drink through college. It was kind of a stronger beer. It wasn't my initial taste of beer. My initial taste of beer was like Coors and Bud and all that stuff, and then you evolve into like one that's good. So I was a Shiner Bock guy in my 20s. Around 27, 28, I went off to the green Dos Equis, right?
Yeah.
I think for a while there was Stella Artois, and then it became the green Dos Equis. And for about 15 years, it was that. Now I'm a Modelo guy. What's the evolution for you, Joe? Have you been with one beer forever? Has it always been Lone Star Light? Because I like Lone Star Light.
No, I mean I like other beers. I mean I've drank Miller Lite for a number of years. You know, I like Shiner Bock, Modelo. You know, I like Stella Artois, Blue Moon. You know, so there's a lot of beers. I even like a good craft beer. Like there's a place over here off of 1604 in Culebra called Big Hops. Yeah, and I like popping in there and having a brew every now and then. It's really cool. And you tried something different. Oh, thank you to Josh Gomez for subscribing. Oh, and we do have another incoming super chat.
And you know what? This is from someone I adore.
Yes, Ariel. Thank you so much, Ariel.
Thank you so much, Ariel. For
Sean's
that.
Daughter.
I mean, she put the nail in the coffin on mine. You're up to 72 to 70. So you're more beloved on this show than me. And Ariel, thank you for putting him over the top.
Yeah. And I'm going to address something here because everybody keeps asking. They want to know. They're like, y'all fire Rick and then SR21. ¿Dónde estás, Fernandez? We'll be honest with you, man. I mean, me and Rick, we had a talk. I mean, we just decided to kind of go our separate ways when it comes to him and his involvement with the show, unfortunately. You know, so it's all it is, dude. Still got nothing but love for Rick. Well, wish him the best. So we're just moving on.
Yeah, I'm on good terms with Rick. Also,
Yeah.
we had a brief conversation yesterday, and it's maybe just it could be just a simmer down for a little while. We never know.
Yeah,
Like
never know.
there's some times like we'd welcome Carolina back.
Yeah.
We'd welcome. There's been some cases along the way where things kind of happened.
Who's to say he won't come back at some point?
Right, and I actually believe he will.
Yeah.
I believe he will. By the way,
Oh,
Jan reaching out and saying, "Yay, Ariel, for putting it over the top."
thank you, Ariel. We love Ariel. That's Sean's daughter. She's super
Yeah.
sweet, man.
Yeah, she is. And you know what's so funny is that I did not realize that Ariel and my daughter Gabby knew each other. Now they
Really?
weren't like close friends because Gabby's a couple years older, but they were in the tennis circuit because Ariel played tennis for Taft High School. I mean, was it Harlan High School, and Gabby played for Taft High School. So
Yeah.
there was that. Hey, March Madness is back in full swing, and
Yeah.
Texas lost last night to Purdue 79-77.
I saw that, man. It was a rough go for Myra yesterday because not only is she an Astros fan and the Astros lost on opening day, but she's
Mhm.
also a UT fan. And then UT, I was watching that game. They fell to Purdue, dude. 79, like you said, to 77, a very close game.
Yeah,
I was
also
rooting
bad,
for UT.
also bad news for Kingston Flemings, who played for Brennan High School, was a star player for Houston Cougars, and is projected to be a top 5 player in the NBA draft. The Houston Cougars got knocked out 65-55 rather, to the Illini, the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Today we have some games going on. The early game is going to be St. John's against Duke. I always like teams like St. John's,
Yeah.
man. When I think of St. John's, I think of Coming to America because that's what Eddie Murphy's character went to go see. He in the crowd going, "In the face!" It was in the face, right? In the
Yeah.
face.
In the
Alabama
face.
takes on Michigan. Michigan State Sparty against UConn, and Tennessee against Iowa State tonight. We'll be down to the Elite Eight at the end of today. Baseball, it was opening day for most teams yesterday. It's funny whenever you see these games being played in the middle of the afternoon. Like, don't you all have jobs? Don't you all have jobs? Like who's going to go to a 3:00 tip first pitch between the Giants and the Yankees? Speaking of the Giants, by the way, big fan of the Giants is Steve Perry, the singer from Journey back in the day. Right, he's no longer the singer of Journey. They broke up many years ago. They now have that Asian kid who won like a karaoke contest, and he
Yeah.
became the new singer for Journey. Last night, I had a dream that Chica and I moved to this remote town in the middle of nowhere because I was offered a job over there, and we were over there just like in the middle of nowhere, Nevada of all places, and that the company had a company party, like a Christmas party,
Yeah.
and that Steve Perry was singing "Oh Sherry" while there. Why I dreamt that, I have no idea. I will confess that when I drove back from San Antonio to Conroe the other day, I was listening to nothing but love songs because that's how I roll on the road. I don't listen to I listen to STP and Soundgarden when I'm going from here to HEB or from here to the haircut place, right?
Yeah.
But on a long trip, I listen to yacht rock and slow jams, dude.
Yacht rock. You know what, man? Traveling and road tripping, if you don't have like Sirius XM satellite radio, that just listening to regular radio and having to change the station when you go to another state or you get away from the radio antenna, that's for the poors, bro. I don't do that crap. Absolutely not. XM satellite radio, and I can listen to whatever I want. If I'm driving from here all the way to Florida, I know exactly what I want to listen to. I don't have to be trying to change the channel and tune in. Oh man, I can't do that.
It's not only on drives, Joe, but whenever I do like long runs, because I've done 4 half marathons, my fat ass has done 4 half marathons.
Yeah.
I listen to slow jams. Like everyone's like, "Oh no, you got to be upbeat. You got to be listening to this dance music." Neo and Chris Brown and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, no, just give me Hall & Oates.
All in notes.
Give me Journey. Give me Foreigner. I don't ever listen to that in any other. Like I don't really dig that in any other time other than when I want to keep my blood pressure down.
Go and
Chucky
look at
Terrell
what.
with a super chat.
Look at it. We're going to address that right now, but look at real quick. Sam Salinas says yacht rock season is coming. I say it starts on Easter Sunday, but the funny thing is, if you do have XM satellite radio, they brought Yacht Rock back. It had left for a little bit, and then they brought it back in again. So I have that channel saved as my favorites in the car or in my caddy, so you can listen to it. I listen to it every now and
that's a
then.
good poll question that we're going to have because we're getting into the summer. And if you go to Spotify, the Yacht Rock playlist, right?
Yeah.
The Doobie Brothers. I mean, come on, it's Michael McDonald, right?
Yeah.
You have Christopher Cross, who's from San Antonio, Alamo Heights graduate. Bobby Caldwell, What You Don't Know About Love. Biggest part of I love Ambrosia, man. Ambrosia. Christopher Cross, Sailing. I keep forgetting We're Not in Love Anymore by Michael McDonald. Lovely Day by Bill Withers. Rosanna by Toto. Foolish Heart by Steve Perry. I mean, these are songs that if you're out at the lake, you're at the beach. When I was in Miami on the beach over in Sunny Isles, Florida, I was listening to Yacht Rock, man, just laying back and just chilling and hearing the waves come on in. It's a thing. SR 2001 says Blue Eyed Soul, man. That's like Hall & Oates, like Daryl Hall. It's great, man. It's good
Let's
times.
address the super chat.
Here comes the money.
And this is an incoming super chat from Sean Quintero. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. He says, had fun at the No Jimenez opening day outing for the, I think he was trying to say OGs, if you know you, or the YGs, he says.
The YGs, yeah. We used to call ourselves the Young Guns back in the day.
The Young Guns.
Back in high school and middle school. I mean, high school and college. We would play men's league softball, men's league basketball. We'd call ourselves the Young Guns. We're the middle-aged guns now.
Yeah.
So, no. Sean says media share. What we got on the media share, John?
Let's go ahead and take a look at the media share. Let me go ahead and hide the chat real quick and then look over here. See what he sent us. Oh, we got like 2 things from the media share. We got one more. Let me show you what we have here. We have somebody else sharing something. Happy birthday, Joe.
Wow, that sucks.
And there's Sean hanging out with Greg. Man, this made me so mad yesterday. I was talking with Myra, and we were both, because her friends went to opening day, right? So they were out there at the Astros opening day in Houston, and she was upset because we know that, her friends are out there hanging out, and she's at work, and me, I'm over here at work, and then Sean's like, oh, I'm going to go to Pluckers for opening day. I'm like, dude, F that, man. All pissed off at work.
Oh, because you had to work.
I had to work, and they're out there enjoying the day. I was like, I want to be out there with them too. And I was all upset because I'm over here at work working. It looks like they had a good time.
I'm looking at this, Joe. I'm tallying up how much money you have for your birthday here.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get 200. You're at 79. You're $21 short. I honestly think you could in the next. Well, the show ends in 23 minutes. I don't think you're going to get there. I mean, that's $1 a minute. 21 extra bucks. Get to 100 for your get together. Oh, I'm looking at the photos there. You have Mike in the Mets jersey. I forgot he was a big Mets fan back in the day. You have Greg.
Texans.
Oh yeah, Joseph in the back over there, big baseball fan as well. And then you see Sean. Very cool, man. That's very cool. Opening day.
They all had a good time. Oh, we did have one more image there. I think it was. Oh yeah. I think this was sent by Tony Ornalis. So let me go ahead and show this one. There we are. He says, today is Friday and we don't give a damn.
Well, you and I are both wearing black, and oh my God, the AI is so creepy. I'm zooming in on that. Very cool.
We got another incoming super chat. Matt Gomez says that he went ahead and sent 3 super chats, but they haven't showed up yet. So it's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't control it. That all comes from YouTube. But we got one incoming from Jason Garcia.
Yeah, I'm looking for Matt's. But so from Jason Garcia, it says $2 for $10 for Joe.
He says, here's $10 for Joe. Thank you for the
very nice
super chat, Jason. We appreciate you, man.
We are now 11 short of 100, Joe. They love you more than me, man. And I get it, man. I mean, what is my handle, Joe, on Twitter? Acquired Taste.
Yeah,
Acquired
Taste.
I get it. But no, man, it's good times, man. It's good times. Spurs, man, don't play till Saturday, man. It's weird having this 2.5 day lull before watching the Spurs again. But the Spurs are back in action tomorrow afternoon, so We're going to have to figure out what to do on a Friday night, Joe. But you were talking about beer earlier, Joe. The reason why I want to bring that up is, do you ever have a certain type of beer that you drink while on vacation that you don't drink at home? Because when I'm in Florida, I like Land Shark.
That's what I was going to say. I drink Land Shark.
When I'm in the Caribbean, I like drinking like Red Stripe. Like it just goes with the atmosphere, right?
The Red Stripe is their version of Bud Light. You know, it's available everywhere, dude.
I mean, dude, every sign over there is in Jamaica and Barbados and Dominican Republic is about Red Stripe. That's like their beer. That's what they do. But I love it over there. Hey, Joe, did you ever have the BBD?
It's still in the fridge.
Your birthday's tomorrow, Joe. Drink some of the BBD.
Yeah, all right. Maybe I'll have some.
And we're not talking about Belle Biv.
No, man.
But
when Mike went to Jamaica, you went to Jamaica, man, and you came back and you had some stuff.
With a very popular rum called Big Black.
Yeah. The
other time. Sam Salinas down says, when Mike is in the Caribbean, he likes BBD so much so, he brings it home. And I share with my friends. Hey, $20 super chat coming on in from Puro Pinche Sports. We're out over $100 today, Joe.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Puro Pinche Sports. He goes, happy birthday, Joe. Here's $20. Don't go using it all painting your nails like Caleb Williams.
Joe, what are your thoughts on that, man? Because like I can be pretty liberal from time to time, but I don't want my quarterback. Like if Wemby went out there and painted his nails before the game, I'd be like, come on, man. Even if they were Fiesta colors, I'd be like, come on, man. Don't do that.
Yeah. What, the nails?
Yeah.
What, don't paint the nails? What, the Spurs?
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
Why?
He's a dude.
Oh, yeah, you're a dude. If you're a girl, it's different, man. But if you're a dude painting your nails, like, I don't know, man. To each his own, Mike.
Tonight around the association, you've got the Atlanta Hawks and our pick, by the way, on the road going up against the Celtics. Maybe they can finally slow down that hot Hawks team. Rockets are on the road against the Grizzlies. That's a matchup there that the Rockets really need to win. Thunder have a home game against the Bulls. They're by 19.5 points against the Bulls tonight. So this is not a game that we're going to catch up to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brooklyn Nets on the road against the Lakers. Mavericks against the Blazers. Warriors against the Wizards tonight, Joe.
Oh, we do have a little picture that came in via the media share right now. This is from Jason Garcia. He likes putting this picture of me up here.
Yeah, Joe Stradamus.
Joe Stradamus.
That's a birthday. That's a great one, dude.
Hey, man, my picks were undefeated in the NFL playoffs, man. I knew how to pick an upset, Mike.
Joe, I think the Angels are taking on the Astros tonight. The problem with me wanting to go to tonight's game, Joe, Chica does not like to sit with the peasants at all.
No, absolutely not. If you're going to take your lady to the game, you don't sit her with the peasants, bro, and you pay for the parking because they don't want to walk, man.
You know what I just realized, Joe? Every time we go to the games, we sit at the same spot. I like sitting. Like, where do you like sitting on a baseball field? Because, like, when I go to the Missions games, by the way,
home plate, dude.
I love sitting on the first base line or the third base line.
Good.
Like right where the first base is. Like if you go all the way 90 feet to the first base line.
Yeah, I can see that.
Off to the side, like behind the dugouts. I've been behind the dugouts.
Yeah, I got to be in the shade, bro. I'm baking out in the sun over there in center field, left field, or whatever. No, right. Man, no.
But if you're at an Astros game that's indoors, right?
Yeah.
Or Globe Life, I believe that's where the Rangers play. You're indoors and you want to go buy a seat. Where do you want to sit?
When I see an Astros game,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe by first base, somewhere like right along that line, you know?
I just put 2 and 2 together right now. We always sit behind the catcher because Chica was a catcher in college.
Oh, okay.
She played college ball.
Look at Caps. Right side catcher.
So she likes that angle.
Yeah.
Weird. I just thought about that. Wow.
Mike doesn't want to sit with the Hispanics.
That up on the top?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a super chat coming in from Daniel Bautista.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
Thank you, Daniel Bautista. We appreciate the $5 super chat. He says, happy birthday, Joe.
Hey, man, thank you for the support there. Now, Joe not only has money for drinking tonight, also gas money.
Gas money? And we have another incoming super chat too.
Here comes the money.
The Drew Show, he says $2.
The Josh
incoming
Giddey
super
revenge
chat.
game incoming. Bitty piece. Yeah, Josh Giddey was supposed to be like, I mean, Josh Giddey's a good player and all, right? He also likes some 17.
Giddy.
Giggity.
Ooh. Oh, God. They sent, looking over here, the media sharing stuff.
Caps is asking the question: Does Joe get paid out after the show in cash like the Ojos girls?
Oh my God, dude! No.
No risk of being stabbed. Although that one place that you took me to go drink by your house got shot up a couple of times, right?
Oh my God, we can't go back there no more, Mike. Remember, we went. I think it was once or twice to the Stout House around the corner, and that place is just—it's bad now, dude. People got shot. Somebody died there in the parking lot. It's I'm like, damn, dude. Like the people got in an argument right at the Stout House, and the place isn't very big. So the argument ensued to the parking lot, and then some guy was getting in his car, and the other brother just went and shot him, dude. I was like, he died right there in the parking lot. It's craziness. And then there was another shooting after that one. I'm like, if this continues, dude, they're going to wind up closing that place down. It's already got a lot of complaints.
And what was the place that? What was it called again?
The Stout House? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the place that's next to it is kind of shady too, which is the hangar.
The hangar? I like the hangar, though. The hangar is not a bad spot, dude. Like, they got an outdoor area. You can just pull up to the outdoor bar, and you can kind of watch, like, the games and stuff they have on the TVs. They're not huge, but, I mean, it's okay. It gets the job done if you just want to hang out outdoors if the weather's not bad. I don't mind that spot. I'd like it a little better than the Stout House, because the Stout House, as soon as you get to the front and you're trying to walk in through there, it's just a cloud of cigarette smoke, dude.
Meyer come out and says ghetto. Cap 210 says, 151 Stout House is hood. And how did it get so hood? That's what I don't understand, because I don't really see it as such.
I guess it's what's happened is a lot of younger people have started going over there. They have a certain age, you know, maybe like late 20s, 30s or whatever. But everybody's so combative, man. I don't like, they just go in there and it's the puro raza, bro. They just want to be fighting with each other and trying to outdo each other and talking. They like try to like degrade one another. And they try to say, oh, I make more money than you and this and that. I'm like, people that really make money don't say anything about it.
Well,
like,
so
they quiet.
Move in silence. Come on, man.
Yes, man. Come on, bro.
Everyone's saying to hit the like button. Tony now saying, hearing all these stories about the Stout House and the hangar is.
Look at Jen. She didn't like it.
Tony Marie roll. Yeah. What do you think about 151 Saloon?
That one's all right. I've gone over there with Jen and Michelle, Sean, Alex. I think Greg was there too one time when we all went out there, and that one's not bad. I've gone there a couple of times. It just gets real packed, you know, of course, especially if you're going on a weekend or whatever, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, you have to, like, I hate to say it this way. Like, I wouldn't take Francesca to the hangar anymore or the Stout House anymore. We've gone there before. I wouldn't go there anymore. Like, and I hate to say it, I'd probably have to go to like Little Woodrow's at this point.
Little Woodrow's, okay. Little Woodrow's is not bad. You see, the drinks at Little Woodrow's are not bad, right? The only problem with Little Woodrow's is the food is terrible.
Yeah, but it's bar food. I mean, it is what it is. I don't go to bars. I don't go to bars to eat, man. You know, because if you're gonna go to a bar to eat, you have to go to a brew pub. You know, I mean that's basically it. But I was thinking about it, Joe. It's like, you know, I like going to karaoke bars. You know what I never hear at karaoke bars? Man, did you hear about that stabbing at the karaoke bar? You hear about that shooting at the karaoke bar? Like, the safest place you can be is the karaoke bar, because ain't nobody there going in there to go shoot the place up.
Yeah.
Like, Dad's Karaoke has been around forever. I've never heard of anything going on at Dad's Karaoke, even though it's kind of sketch.
Look, we got an incoming super chat from the Drew Show.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
Thank you, Drew Show.
Says, come home to Montgomery County with Mike and I. Bring your W-2. No crazy Hispanics here. Sitco guy, please. Hey, Sitco guy heard, baby.
Ponme penas toda la pura verga, se trepan a la verga.
Mira.
That's funny, dude.
Joe, Montgomery County's waiting for you, Joe. It's waiting. The home of Conroe, the home of, I don't think the Woodlands is in Montgomery County. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I know Magnolia is. So very nice, Joe.
Conroe, what is it? Conroe and Willis and all that. Those aren't
Willis,
bad
and then it
places,
goes to
man.
Huntsville.
Yeah.
It's nice. The trees are big. The trees are tall.
Yeah.
But to date night, I gotta take date. Chica wants a date night, and I know we talk about going to the gun range. We talk because we just want to be able to like handle our weapons, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
But like the weird thing about being where we're at positioned is we either stay home or we do a 3-hour drive. You go a 3-hour drive southwest, we're in San Antonio. 3-hour drive to the west, we're in Austin. 2.5-hour drive to the north, we're in Dallas.
Yeah.
2.5 hours to the east, we're in Lake Charles. So that's a pretty cool thing about where we're positioned right now is that we can kind of pivot and enjoy all the different cities and then have the small town life in it all. Tony is saying Conroe is where we roll, where we roll, where we roll.
Conroe is two-way close to Houston, and H-Town has mucho herpes.
Dude, so look, most cochino cities in the country are Houston and San Antonio for sure. Why does San Antonio have where they have like the list of the cities with the most number of swingers? Why is San Antonio and Houston on top of that?
I don't know.
Is it the Mexican food? What is it, man? Is it built in the cochino-ness is mixed in with a wheat and egg? What's going on with that,
dude? I don't know, man. That's hilarious, dude. It's because I think Houston's a bigger city, because you have more of a population, people, of course, kind of pass things around and whatnot. But the bigger cities are like that. Like even like San Antonio, I think Houston was at the top of the list. Austin, I think it was Dallas too. Like all these are cochino cities, Mike.
I'm reading right now, like the number one city according to AI.
Yeah.
Is Columbus, Ohio. It's considered to be the major hub of swinging. That's cochino, man. Who does that? I don't like I've never understood the whole like aspect of it all. There's an article from mysa.com saying that San Antonio is one of the top 10 cities in that aspect of it all. I don't know, man. That's gross, dude. Hands off.
Hey, they put something here for out in the chat. We're not in the chat.
Caps is saying it's because of the military. That's interesting.
Probably. It could be. So I want to share something that Texas Latina had shared with us. And I thought this was interesting. It's something that I retweeted here, courtesy of Jeff Garcia. So let me go ahead and put a pause on that so I can share this with you guys. And apparently the Spurs are releasing something here for the fan base. And this is interesting. So per Jeff Garcia, he says, Spurs announced the launch of Spurs AI Studio. This is new AI tools, allows fans to put on a City Edition or an Icon Edition jersey, pick up their own walkout theme music. Say, okay. So let's take a look and see what it looks like, Mike. All right. So if you want to see what you look like in a Spurs City Edition jersey, with walkout music, there you go. Go ahead and check that out. Thought that was cool.
Joe, the walkout music is interesting. I like that they've been incorporating like Kendrick Lamar at the Frostbank Center in the opening intros. That's pretty cool. These Spurs aren't doing Are you ready for this and all that stuff. They've gone out and they've matured.
The Twilight Zone and the stupid music that Mike.
How does that song go, Joe?
What that? The Twilight Zone. Oh, look, we got incoming super chats from the Drew Show that we have to go ahead and address here because he has one more that he put out.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
$2 incoming super chat. Mike said, whole aspect and swinging. And we're also going to go ahead and show this because I thought this was interesting to me, Mike. This is courtesy of KSAT 12's own RJ Marquez, which is
I'm glad you brought this up. Pull up these photos, man. Full screen.
There you go. So look at that, man. The rendering of what the baseball field will look like. The Mission's baseball field. downtown, and it's going to be near San Pedro Creek. And if you don't know, San Pedro Creek's like a nice little park. They have like murals and artwork all over the place, and you can just kind of walk it. It's out there by the Frost Tower. Uh, it's not bad, dude. I like it, Mike. And let's see.
Now, on
see
what
more of it.
side of 35 is this? Is this on the downtown side of 35, kind of like going out to Pinkertons?
It's by like the Frost Tower downtown.
Okay, the Frost Tower is by Pinkertons. Okay.
Yeah, so it's in that area.
Because when I think of San Pedro Springs, I think of like the San Pedro Playhouse. And
Yeah,
the
you're
springs that they have.
talking about San Pedro, like the Springs. That's like the park area where they have what do you call it? The swimming pool, the
Right.
city swimming pool and all that. Yeah, no, this is in a different area.
Also, we're
And it
getting rid of
kinda
the
shows
hood.
you.
We're getting rid of the
Yeah.
hood and having a baseball field instead.
Yeah, so
I'm
look
okay
at
with
what
that.
it says. Camaron Street, West Martin Street, and it's over here
Those
by
are just old.
Flores.
Those are just old stores, man. Those are like
Yeah.
100-year-old stores that no one goes to anymore.
So I think
And-
this used to
and-
be Fox Tech, Cast Tech High
Yeah.
School. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, looks nice. Show me the rendering with that, and then on the other side of the stadium, on the other side of the
Alright.
buildings would be the new Spurs arena. Look at
Yeah,
San
we're-
Antonio finally making its way into the 21st century.
That looks nice, man. I mean, you have things to do. That's the most important thing. Like, if you put the baseball field downtown, you have things to do before the game, after the game. It's not just, all right, we're done and let's get the heck out of Dodge as fast as possible. Because that's what happens now when you go to the see a Missions game. You don't really want to be in that area, dude. Same
Isn't
thing
that
when you go
fun?
see a
Isn't that
Spurs game.
funny? We have two SAFC fans. You know what? I'll include SAFC fans. So we have 3 sporting events to go to, right? That are not high school related, or maybe even football related. We have Spurs, UTSA. You've got Missions, and you've got SAFC. All 4 have something in common. You can't do anything after the game. You can't do anything before the game. You can tailgate before the UTSA game because that's kind of tradition, right?
Yeah.
But you can't go anywhere you can't go to the Missions game and go, oh, I'm going to eat and then make more to the stadium, or I'm going to have something to eat, stay in the same side of town, like Frost Bank Center. It's like you go to the game and you leave. When I went to the game against the Mavericks with Fernandez, they have all those restaurants and bars lining up the American Airlines Center. We can hang out over there. Houston is like Frost Bank Center. The Toyota has nothing around it. I mean, there's the theater district, but you have to like walk to get to it. Miami was beautiful. I mean, it's on the water. You've got the Bayside Park and all the restaurants leading up to it. There's something to be said about having that experience of being able to make it a whole night. Get there early,
Yeah.
get some drinks, and then maybe have a nightclub there. Maybe have a bar there, a saloon or something like that after the game. There's going to be something built around this stadium here, man. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. It's bringing the city involved, and then also the Missions. What I like about this play with the setting here is that it's not far from the west side and the south side. Historically, the Missions are supported by West Siders and South Siders because that's where it's been historically. They didn't move this to 281 and 1604. They didn't move it. They just moved it a few miles, baby. It's a 10-mile drive. It's a 10-minute drive from where the Missions play now off of near 36 and 90 to where Fox Tech is 10, 12 minutes tops, man. You can't complain that it's out of the way.
Yeah.
Samson's asking the question, did you find the super chats from Matt Gomez?
No, they haven't come in. Not yet, dude. I haven't seen them yet.
They might be.
They went into the ether somewhere.
I would check security service and tell them what's up about that, man.
Too many.
JHSB says too many. Oh, we're a small market team. We're a small market city, man. We ain't got nothing.
You know, it's funny too that I don't get anymore. I'm not gonna get behind it ever again. Those minor league NFL, not minor league, but football teams they bring in here. Jeff Garcia was posting something the other day saying about the San Antonio Toros.
Never again.
Like it's a thing. Never again, bro. Absolutely not. Don't put your hard-earned support behind a franchise like that's gonna fail and bounce out of San Antonio. You got the Gunslingers team that plays over there at the Hemisphere.
Who cares?
Not the Hemisphere, Joan Freeman Coliseum. I mean, that's just a minor league team as well. It's arena football. You know, like they have 50 yards. They have 50 yards either way. You know, their field is like 50 yards. That's it. No, man. I mean, I guess it's fun to go and check it out, if you want to watch football, but is it something that I'm going to really get behind? No, never again, dude. If it's not an NFL team, I don't want it. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
One last super chat coming on in from Jason Garcia, $1.99, $2.
Here comes the money.
Says Matt paid for the super chats via Temu. Makes sense to me.
The Temu super chat. And
Very
look,
nice.
we have a new person here in the chat.
Yeah, let's see here. It says RHE, rest assured, I guess is what it says.
5533.
Since we should have been a AAA versus the El Paso Chihuahuas. Granted, El Paso has nothing else for sports outside of UTEP. That is true. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the San Antonio could have gone up, but we don't go to those games because it's not. I think that stadium's going to be big enough to attract a AAA team. This is what the whole purpose of it. It's not going to be where you can expand it to a major league franchise.
Yeah,
but AAA wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. I wouldn't be mad at it. It's really good baseball at that point. AA is decent. AAA is really good. But we're not going to have a major league franchise here ever. I mean, unless the Tampa Bay Devil Rays want to move over, Tampa Bay Rays want to move. But San Antonio, I don't think San Antonio could support a baseball team. It's too damn hot.
Yeah.
And I don't think San Antonio likes baseball enough to want to go. San Antonio could support an NFL team, though. In a heartbeat, could support an NFL team.
And look,
football
we got
runs deep in Texas.
Drew Show $2. He's saying, what happened to Jeff? He big timing Joe. No, actually, we could actually invite Jeff if he wants to come and talk Spurs basketball as the playoffs arise. Invite him on the show.
Very, very cool. I would appreciate that, brother. Would appreciate that. Anyway, it's already 11:30. Got to head back to work, man. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Joe, happy birthday, man.
Thank you,
from
man.
the bottom of my heart and from Chica's heart. Happy birthday to you. Be safe over the weekend. Thank you for all the super chats, man. Helping Joe celebrate his birthday week, his birthday month. It's been fantastic, Joe. We'll be doing more about the Spurs back in action tomorrow. Any final words before we end the week, Joe?
Oh, man, just appreciate everybody. We're seeing some tremendous growth. Our numbers are increasing. I've been a little bit more motivated and had some time here in between to go ahead and start uploading the show episodes now. They're all available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcasts. And wherever you get your podcast, you can go ahead and check out our episodes either the day after or shortly, a couple hours after the show has already aired. Because I know we still get a lot of people that are asking, hey, I'm at work. I want to listen to the pod as I'm working. We're going to give you the opportunity to do that, just that. And it helps every little bit of listening, those numbers. They help for the overall growth of the show, So thank you all for listening to us, putting up with us, and making the show grow. We appreciate the support.
Hey, we're back on Spotify, Joe. That's news to me. That's amazing.
Yeah. So we are back everywhere. We're back on all the major platforms, man.
Very nice. What time does it come out on Spotify?
Usually I try to put it in the evening, man. If I have time at work, hopefully, because it's Friday, maybe it'll be a little bit slower. Because at the end of my shift, that's when things get a little bit better for me. So I have more time. So while I'm at work, I have another workstation right next to where I work. So I just slide on over and I do some editing and upload the show as I'm working. So hopefully that'll happen probably in the afternoon, maybe 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. You'll see the episode that we aired right now show up on Spotify.
Oh, by the way, I'm watching right now. Minnesota Timberwolves just posted on their official page that Rudy Gobert should be Defensive Player of the Year.
God.
All the comments coming in from are like making fun of them. All these Wemby memes and gifs. It's freaking hysterical, man.
God. Well, anyway, we got to go ahead and bring the show to an end because, Mike, you got to get back to work. So
make that money, baby. All right, fellas, y'all have a fantastic weekend. Spurs back in action tomorrow. Let's see if we can keep pace with the Thunder. We'll be back on Monday.
All right, boys. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you. Peace.